Broadcasting to the world from South Jersey, this is Anything Goes with Phil Rossi and JJ Golick. A weekly podcast with different topics every week. The views and opinions on this show are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of any businesses or organizations mentioned during the show. And now, it's Anything Goes with Phil Rossi and JJ Golick.
Yo, what is going on? This, of course, is Anything Goes. Welcome inside. My name, of course, is Phil Rossi, alongside my compadre. That is JJ Golick. What's up, JJ?
What's going on, Phil?
What is happening?
What a world.
What a world.
Yeah.
Another week, another awesome episode coming your way.
Absolutely.
So, today we have more cancel culture news.
Ooh, controversy time.
Yeah, so we're actually probably a little bit late on the Mr. Potato Head cancel culture.
Yeah, because that has changed about 3 times now from what I've heard.
Right. So today we're going to tackle Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, and Dr. Seuss.
Ooh.
Dr. Seuss.
Cat's out of the hat.
This is kind of new because this happened today.
Yeah, this is going all over today.
Yeah, so today, I mean, it's weird. Like, you just wake up to the notifications on your phone, and all it says is 6 Dr. Seuss books won't be published anymore because they portray people in hurtful and wrong ways. So we'll talk about the different, books and I guess what ways they categorize it now.
Yeah.
But the thing that happened last week was Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, Mr. Potato Head, but, it's kind of weird that they were trying to make something gender neutral. At least that was the claim that was already, I believe, started out gender neutral.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Wasn't it just Potato Head in the beginning?
I think it was years ago.
Yeah, way before the whole Toy Story thing, I believe that it was just Potato Head, and then Toy Story made it Mr. Potato Head.
So then I think later they can introduce Mrs. Potato Head.
Right. So, the typical back there, husband and wife.
Well, here's the thing, like,
I'm sure there was going to be a baby Potato Head at some point.
I mean, I always thought Mr. Potato Head was, like, kind of, Like, I don't know. Like, did you ever...
It had interchange... I actually thought it was kind of weird because I'm like, why am I putting these parts on a potato? Like...
Well, it's weird because Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head, whatever, is 70 years old. It's a 70-year-old toy.
Yeah, so we're messing with a 70-year-old toy.
So, it's like a yo-yo. It's like a slinky dog.
The yo-yo offends me now.
Yeah, everything offends you.
Right?
But you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of odd because, and this stuff comes out of nowhere. And the reason that this cancel culture, we talk about it all the time, is so odd is because it never ends.
No, it's one thing after another. And just when you think it's over with, something else happens, just like the Potato Head. And now we're having Dr. Seuss.
It's weird. Like, again, just stop doing this.
There's no need.
It's so ridiculous. Like, at this point, like, you can't even really get mad at it because it's just so stupid.
I just laugh because what's the latest stupidity is kind of what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, right. It's like, well, we to be more inclusive, we said that...
Mr. Potato Head is now gender neutral, and it's going to have 25
He's always been
parts.
Gender neutral. Because he's a potato.
Actually.
One of the parts you can't interchange would be his wiener.
He never had one.
Correct.
Which made me think.
So that's what I'm saying.
You could put legs on him, though. You were able to put legs on him. I remember that.
So really, he could be. That's what I'm saying. This was always the cool thing about Mr. Potato Head. If there was a cool factor to him,
it was a gender-neutral toy already to begin with.
Because, like, technically, he could also be a cross-dresser because you could put like the regular Mr. Potato Head hat on his eyes,
right.
But then put his shoes on his heels.
He was supposed to be funny. That's what that was.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be, that's why they had the different weird sets. But now, people are going crazy. Oh, he never had a penis. So.
And again, this always it sticks in my little mind here. It sticks in my little pea brain. Like, who's got time for this? It's like the people that march outside for, Britney Spears, or it's like justice for this person. It's like, well, you don't know where to be.
Yeah, it's
like
it
no
was
job.
Like when the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing happened.
Like, you don't got time? Well, who's got time for this?
People are able to take off of work for stupid crap like this, but I don't get it.
I really, you have nowhere to be. Like, I'm borderline jealous because
don't we wish we had that time?
What are you doing?
We could be doing like an episode a day if we had that kind of time.
like what do you do on the daily? You got time to like make signs, protest, worry about potato heads. Dr. Seuss. Now, I don't know, like, is there like a commission? We have to like maybe research this more. Is there a commission or somebody that's out there like, what offends me? Like, how does it get to the point that like...
ThisOffendsMe.com.
Yeah, like who says like, okay, Dr. Seuss, like who's... Like, how are they on to the next thing?
Do they have a board of executives that say, okay, this is going to be the next thing we target?
Or is it's so, mainstream now that there are people, the news is just looking for the next thing that kind of picks up a little bit of traction?
This just in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like how do we know? Like Potato Head, now it's Dr. Seuss. In 2 days, it'll be something else. We talked
Bugs
about...
Bunny's coming. I know it.
Yeah, Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben... the Land O'Lakes chick.
We talked about the Aunt Jemima thing, and, I thought more about it after our discussion with that. And, what I think is even more ridiculous when you really sit back and think about, okay, they have a black lady on syrup. They're probably going to lose sales now.
Yeah, we've talked about this, that a lot of people that I've talked to personally have said, black people have said, I used to mess with Aunt Jemima because she was black, and I know if I took it home, it would be cool because I'm like, man, you got the syrup with the black chick on it.
Exactly.
So now if she's not on it, and again, maybe there might be like one really like white supremacist who's like, I will never buy Aunt Jemima because she's black. Most people are like, that syrup's really good. I'm going to take that.
Pretty damn good syrup.
Right. Like again, this is not...
That and Mrs. Butterworth. Like, those are your top two.
Now, here's the thing with Mrs. Buttersworth. Because she's got like a nice shape to her, Mrs. Butterworth, she's working with a little bit of curves.
Right.
Don't get offended. Don't get triggered again.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm trying to get with Mrs. Buttersworth, but what I'm saying is, like in the bottle, she's got a nice shape to her.
She does. Someone's going to get offended by that. Maybe there needs to be a Mr. Buttersworth too.
Or
is he going to have the same curvature?
Or
2 years from now, we'll find out.
Or because she's like got a nice shape. Are the people that are heavier want like a fatter bottle? Maybe if you're super skinny, you want like a super skinny bottle.
Right.
Maybe because it's a darker syrup. Is that like, does that offend you? Should we make it like a clear so then the white people buy that?
Right. Clear?
Like what's the next the next step? Like
what about the strawberry and blueberry syrups out there? Like when you go to IHOP, I always love to get the strawberry and blueberry and to mix them all together.
Oh, really?
Like who's that going to offend now?
Yeah, you should be good because it's just like there's not like...
Well, it's red and blue. Well, it's red and blue.
You're going to offend Smurfs? Like, it's blue? Like, I don't get it.
Well, it turned purple. That's what happens when you choke a Smurf.
Right.
So...
You sick bastard. Sick bastard.
Listen, I'm trying to lighten up the mood because it's actually depressing.
Well, you know what else is weird to me is that not that, like, okay, we canceled Mr. Potato Head. That's weird.
No, we didn't. But now he's back.
Yeah, right. He's back because now there was so much outcry. The other thing that kind of makes me laugh is that there's also the other side that completely gets worked up that now Mr. Potato Head won't be Mr. Potato Head. Because that to me is equally as weird as the people mad that they canceled him in the first place.
I mean, it's a 70-year-old toy. I get it, but there's a lot of 70-year-old toys. Kids don't even really play with toys anymore. Let's face it.
Yeah, for the most part.
It's electric. You give them an iPad, and from that point on, it's electronics and video games. And
Mr. Potato Head is really only still popular because of Toy Story.
That's it.
And Toy Story 1, the original Toy Story came out in 1995, which is even old itself at this point.
And the other thing is there's less that I missed something. There's not another one coming. That was it, right?
Yeah, I mean, we had 4, and even in Toy Story 4, Mr. Potato Head was pretty much non-existent in that one.
Well, yeah, they kind of die off. Again, 70 years.
Yeah, I mean, again...
He's probably dead anyway.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's just... At this point, even the cancel culture with The Bachelor, and...
Yeah.
It's like... It's hard to talk really about any other topic, because no matter what genre you go into... It's somebody getting fired or canceled, or you can't do this, and
it's a matter of time until we get canceled, dude.
And I know.
It's coming. But
the only reason we haven't got canceled because nobody's listening.
Right.
Soon as people start to listen, like mark this episode down. It's episode 17.
Yep.
It is March 2nd of 2021. In like 2 years, somebody's going to go back and they're going to be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe the stuff they
What's
said."
What's really going to piss them off is when I say,
Don't. No, we can't. At this point, we'll have sponsors. Anything that JJ says, I'm completely wiping myself away from the record.
No, you're not.
He's his own person.
There's certain things that
I'm already apologizing to who's going to cancel me in like 2 years from now.
You're apologizing now, but You know,
Yeah, I would never apologize.
exactly.
I don't care because we're not making any money now. Well, we might not ever make any money.
We're not. No, we're saying what's on our mind. And if you like it, great. If you don't, I don't care.
Listen, we're nice guys.
We are.
We're very nice people.
We try to be.
Yeah, I mean, we are.
We call it how it is, and some people don't like that.
It's okay.
And some people don't like Mr. Potato Head. Some people want Mr. Potato Head to be gender neutral. Some people just don't care. Other people get offended over Dr. Seuss. Other people like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam. I am. Thank you.
Natalie's an author, yeah. Where's the applause button? But it's too late now. We missed it. If you can't hit it when it's ready, it kills the whole aspect.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that really fit, but we'll go with it. But
why not? It's the best I could do.
It's just weird. And here's the other thing. With Dr. Seuss, they canceled... Okay, so 6 Dr. Seuss books will no longer be published because they portray people in ways that are hurtful. So the titles are, And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street.
Yep.
If I Ran the Zoo.
I feel like I'm in a zoo.
Yeah, you are. Mick Elligott's Pool, On Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Egg Super, and The Cat's Quizzer.
Cat's Quizzer.
The Cat's Quizzer, yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Does that make you laugh?
It does. I don't know. I don't remember. You know what's sad? I don't really remember. The only one I somewhat remember is If I Ran the Zoo.
Yeah,
but even still, there's another one called Put Me in the Zoo.
Yeah, these are more on the fringe. These are not like you said. I mean, If I Ran the Zoo is probably more popular. I mean, yeah. I mean, just reading these offhand, like the Cat's Quizzer doesn't really. I'm not like, oh shit, the Cat's Quiver. I remember that. Like I don't. You know what I mean? Like
nah, I
Scrambled Egg Super. I mean, we
green
know
eggs and ham. Green eggs and ham. That. Yeah, that I just recited.
Yeah, we remember Dr. Seuss.
Yeah,
Dr. JJ. On Beyond Zebra. Didn't really hit me. So then it says here in a statement, Dr. Seuss Enterprises said it made the decision after consulting educators and reviewing its catalog.
Wait a minute. So I know the way it works in the state of New Jersey.
This is according to CNN. So
take this with a grain of salt, if you will. I know, at least in the state of New Jersey, here where we are, that the educators, the higher ups, sometimes have never stepped foot in a classroom and have no idea what it's like, but yet they get to tell all of the lovely teachers what to do and what to teach these kids and whatnot.
I just think, like, even the statement here, like they're consulting educators, which is okay. Listen, do what you want to do. But I look at it this way. Is it really that pressing of an issue?
Yes.
That we have to remove Dr. Seuss?
Yes.
I mean, it's weird. It says here, ceasing sales of these books is only part of our commitment and our broader plan to ensure Dr. Seuss Enterprises catalog represents and supports all communities and families. Now, yeah, it's not a joke. I mean, again,
I think it is a joke because this is just going too far. We're removing these books. Okay, you don't want to maybe encourage them, but there's no need for all of this to come up. It's very simple. Quietly take them off the bookshelf. You don't need to make a big deal about it.
Now, here's the problem I have with a lot of this is that it says here, the study also argues that since the majority of human characters in Dr. Seuss books are white, his works, inadvertently or not, center whiteness and thus perpetuate white supremacy.
Yeah, because that's a thing.
So, again, like...
Don't you know that I am a privileged white man?
If you're looking into this and you're just a normal person and you're just reading...
Is anybody normal?
Animated books. Again, little kids, this taught behavior is not normal. There's no little kid who's going to read this and be like, I think the character mom is a white supremacist. This is all adults just,
overthinking.
Perpetuating this evil and like just putting this nasty shit into the world.
Dr. Seuss is how I learned to read.
And here's the thing.
Listen, that's how a lot of kids learn to read.
Was Dr. Seuss a racist? I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know if there's any information to back it up. He could be. He could not be. It doesn't really matter. But again, unless there are like just paragraphs or statements in books that are like, Dr. Seuss is a white supremacist. The Cat in the Hat hates Asian, black people, Italian people. That's ridiculous. Like, I
hate you, Phil.
I know you do. And I hate you too. It's a love-hate relationship. Actually, it's a hate-hate relationship. So Again, I don't
Right.
get it. Like, it's just stupid. Like, just stop. Just stop doing this. Like, there's no point. It's ridiculous. It's just looking for the next thing. And you know it's bad. Even like somebody like Bill Maher on HBO, he'll even come out like super lib, and he'll say, stop with the cancel culture. This is when you know you've really reached a point of no return. When you have liberals, conservatives, just everyday people, like, just stop. Like, nobody cares this much. You're creating more division. You're fabricating information. You're making people look at things that is not even racist, have no racist undertones at all, and putting a racial spin on these things.
Well, it's like when they
to
were
create
trying
problems.
They were trying to change the national anthem, and why?
I mean, the national anthem, again, should bond us all together. It's gay, it's straight, it's white, it's black, it's rich, it's poor.
But the guy who wrote it, Francis Scott Key, owned slaves.
Yeah, right.
So it's racist because he owned slaves. Don't you know that's how it works?
But it's, and again, the reason this road is bad to go down is because we could say something here that maybe somebody takes a certain way when we're just being honest or just being funny or just saying it in a joking way. It's not really mean-spirited. It's not, we don't go out and treat people a certain way based on a joke or something we say that is funny. But
again, if you're a shitty person, you're a shitty person. If you're a good person, you're a good person. Doesn't matter what color you are, where you came from. If you're a good person, you deserve to be treated well. If you're a shitty person, you get whatever the hell comes to you.
And I would be interested to see if we could even put this question on social media. Is there anybody that this truly bothers? Like legit? Like, not joking around, not
what
just...
is, well, actually, here we go. You're gonna ask that question to social media.
All right, he wants to do a Facebook Live. JJ's full of like great ideas that really never turn out to be great ideas.
So it's actually not live, but I am going to post it as soon as you're done.
Okay. Yeah, so my question is cancel culture, start this over. Start this damn thing over.
Okay, starting it over. Ready? Here
Okay.
you go. You get to see behind the scenes today.
Right, exactly. So basically my question is cancel culture. Does it really bother anybody that Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head? Does it really bother anybody that they're canceling Dr. Seuss books? Like, is there anybody truly, honestly offended by these things? Because if they are...
why?
Yeah, tell me the why. Because I'm really honestly intrigued. Like, we don't want any, like, stupid comments like, I'm not really... I'm offended, but you're really not. I mean, like, truly, you were reading, you're like, man, I can't wait till they take away Dr. Seuss, this, the Cat's what is it, the Cat's Quizzer?
Quizzer.
Yeah, the Cat's Quizzer. Like, is anybody like, man, for 30 years I've been reading the Cat's Quizzer, and the day they take it off is going to be the day that I feel like this burden is lifted off my chest. Is there anybody that truly feels that? Because I'm very interested. Like, I want somebody who this bothers to reach out to us so we can have a conversation, because maybe I can get into your psyche a little bit and understand how you think.
Tell us at Anything Goes PJ on social media. All right, so I'm going to put that up, and maybe by the end of this, we'll have a...
Yeah, because it really doesn't... Because, you see, you see Facebook comments, you see YouTube comments. Everybody's always, they have their 2 cents. But I don't know. I've really been hard-pressed to find anybody, at least in the people I run into, that are like, yeah, Phil, you're wrong on this. Like, it really does, bother me. So that's why, I believe it's more fabricated.
I think if they removed a book such as Green Eggs and Ham, maybe.
Why? Just because it's more popular?
Not because a lot of people... Yeah, I think more because of the popularity. Everyone remembers... At least I know in my school and my age, we remember going to school on Dr. Seuss Day, and they would do Green Eggs and Ham. We would come in every year, and the lunch ladies would have Green Eggs and Ham. We would read the book. It was like a whole to-do. Right.
No, I get that. But my question is whether it's like the racial undertones of the book or the pictures in the book or, like whatever it is that bothering you? Not like bothering you because it was popular and now they took it away, but I mean bother you as far as like the content in the books, the pictures. Like,
no.
There's
nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't bother us, but I'm saying, like, is there really anybody who it bothers and they're like being legitimate about it and not just saying it just to say it?
Just to start crap.
Right.
And keep it going.
Yeah. I mean, like Mr. Potato, I don't think Mr. Potato Head bothered anybody until they brought it to the attention where, Well, Mr. Potato Head is not really inclusive. So if you're a transgender person or you're a woman, I don't get it because they have a Mrs. Potato Head.
Right.
Like who are the people that are like, I really
Again,
feel like nobody's they're not really feeling what I'm feeling. They're not
You
really
can make
vibing.
it anything you wanted, so I don't understand where this came up at all.
So same thing with like professional sports. Men play professional sports, women don't. So are women, are they mad that they don't play? Do they realize that, men are just bigger, stronger, and faster at most professional sports? That's why they're there and women aren't. These are the questions that I want to know. Like, who are these, technically, who are the people that are in charge of cancel culture? Who are the people that are pushing, these agendas and this hypocrisy?
I want to interview one. If we can find out if there is a board, I think we should have them on the show. I really do. Because it's quite interesting to me how this all comes about. Like, is it like a board meeting where you, like a township council, where you sit there and I'll take a motion to say that Dr. Seuss offends us, and it's 5-4.
Yeah.
The motion carried.
And like, I want it to be somebody who truly, like, in their heart believes it, not just does it for the sake of an argument or just because, I can see. I could see how it could be racist. No, I don't want that. I want somebody who looks at it and is like, for the last 5 years, or first time I read it, my first thought was, shit, this is some racist shit right here.
Are we going to ask them if they've had a psych eval prior to? Because some of
you
this
better tell pretty soon what everybody.
Yeah. Well, some of this shit, I don't understand it.
I mean, and here's the thing: if
it makes my brain on overload. Because
I'm like, even like Mr. Potato Head, like, who the hell's really playing with a Mr. Potato Head today?
I'm gonna go home and play with one.
I'm sure you will.
You want to come over?
You're a sick bastard. You know that?
Want to come and play, Phil?
Like, see, I say Mr. Potato Head. He thinks it's a dick joke, and then he asks me if I want to play with his potato dick. That
he doesn't even come with a dick.
No, not his. Yours.
No, mine's staying away.
It might have to be another episode we have to end early.
Nah.
Just because it's...
You brought it there.
No. You said you're going to go home and play with your potato head. And I said I'm sure you would. Then you offered me to go home and play with your potato head.
I'm talking about the legitimate...
Two grown-ass men going home to play with their potato head. That's odd. That is odd.
I'm talking about the legit Mr. Potato Head.
Okay, like the actual toy.
Yes, I have one.
Okay. Now, let me tell you this quick story. You do?
I do.
Oh.
Why? Do you want it for your YouTube show?
Actually, yeah. I mean, I might.
Okay. I'll just double check because...
Is it like, did you buy it more recently?
No, this is the old one.
Oh, this is like the OG?
This one probably... If I still have it in my basement, which I'm pretty sure I do, it's... when I was young. Very young, yes. 2, 3.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's really the age you'd be playing with a Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
At like 2 or 3.
That was the joke, genius. I don't know what are we laughing at the same thing?
Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, I don't know.
That's Tom, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We love him.
So, I don't know. I feel at the same time, where does it end?
Does it?
I hope it ends soon because I just think it's at this point it's more comical. Like, I don't even take it serious. Like we talked about, it is what it is.
It's funny when I see Phil send me an article and I'm like, oh shit, here comes our next topic. Because that's what happened. One of us will be browsing social media and see it and we'll send it to the other and go, is this shit for real?
I know. And you could find, and the weird thing is the more you dig for it, the more you can find it.
The sad part, we don't dig for it though.
No, it just pops up. It's
just there and we're like,
and really? Don't we have more pressing issues? I mean, people don't have
the gas
jobs.
prices are out of the fucking world right now.
Yeah, they're going up.
Thanks, Biden.
They're going. Yeah, we have so many more pressing issues.
Seriously.
People need jobs. People need stimulus. People need checks. People need to get kids back in school. And like the hot topics are
Mr. Potato Head.
We got to get rid of Dr. Seuss.
Yes.
Now,
before they go back to school, we must get rid of Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. And I will say that I think, again, a larger problem is social media. Because listen, just because the news stations or whatever report on it, then it gets picked up by somebody, and then you see it everywhere. So I think we're part of the problem of making it blow up, because then everybody shares, and then everybody has a comment on it, then everybody blogs on it, then every idiot does a podcast on it. So we definitely
Are you calling us idiots?
Yes. So then we definitely have a part in creating it bigger than it really is. But it's hard to avoid the headlines. It's hard to avoid what everybody else is.
Now it is
about.
when you're waking up to a notification Dr. Seuss has been canceled, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Yeah, and listen, it's always going to come after the next person. Like, nobody's really safe from it.
No.
Like, even if... And
I wonder, are we going to blow up when we get canceled? Is that when we're finally going to make it?
No, we're never going to make it. This is it. Like our 15 views is as far as we go. Or no, we have...
Are you sure?
I mean, who knows?
Are you sure? Because I feel like we may trend a little bit.
We're going to trend what? Like, in our own houses?
No, when we get canceled.
Oh, yeah, but here's the thing. You can't really get canceled when...
So what do they call that?
Yeah, so I don't even know. It's a good question. So you're
That's,
saying...
that's like your startup then. Technically, that'd be your startup.
So really, you would use being canceled as a way to kind of get your name out there.
I could see it.
Right? So it's like these two idiots that nobody
Different
listens
approach. That's how they became famous. They
Right.
pissed off enough people.
But here's the thing.
Instead of kissing ass,
I'm not trying
we
to...
pissed off people.
Yeah, and
Think about that.
And here's the thing. I am not trying to... I'm not trying to just be controversial or say things just to become a name. I'm just really saying what I believe. Like, I would say the same thing to anybody out in the street as we would say in here.
Yeah.
It's not like, I have these one view here, and then I get on here, and then I just, let's piss people off by going the opposite way. Like,
Here's
no.
the advantage of our podcast. You and I usually agree. There's some things we don't, but it's less likely that I'm going to jump over the table and punch you.
Yeah, that won't happen regardless, but...
Well, I mean, I don't know, Phil. Sometimes,
Yeah.
piss me off.
That's all good.
Yeah,
But it's
well,
all
listen, but if you were to talk to somebody on the street, it may not go as well,
Right.
depending on the topic.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I can't imagine getting into a fist fight over like a Mr. Potato Head or like the Washington Redskins.
But you know what I
or-
mean? There's people that will, though.
Yeah, see, that's where I disagree. I don't think so.
And you don't think there's people that would?
Who's going to be like, how dare you? Mr. Potato Head offends me. Like, nobody's going to say this.
There are some opinionated fucks out there.
No, they're opinionated. But again, like, I'm talking like you're going to go into a fist fight over like Dr. Seuss.
Over Dr. Seuss?
Again, this is why I said earlier I want somebody to really call in and try to really tell me how they feel about this, so we can get maybe a better understanding of the other side. Because sometimes you don't know the way other people think or how they perceive certain things. To us, it might be no big deal, but to somebody else, it may have been something that they've been dealing with, their whole life. You can't just...
Mr. Potato Head has been offending me since I can remember.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. Because you know why? I probably played with it a handful of times, and that was it.
Yeah, again, nobody cares. Like,
No, I don't.
Yeah, it just...
Do you care?
No, I don't.
So,
I mean, like, most people are worried about...
well, you can speak on behalf of Dunkaroos.
Yes.
Dunkaroos. Think about it. Were people pissed off when it went away?
Of course. So tell me your logic here. Like, what am I looking
So
at?
I'm thinking of if Dunkaroos were canceled, what if this is just a marketing tactic?
Wait. So you're saying the Dunkaroos? I don't think were canceled because they were like a kangaroo, like dunking a kangaroo into a thing. I think they were just canceled because people were like, I don't know, the brand just maybe didn't think there was a market for it anymore.
Right, but then people like yourself that do the videos and stuff like
Right.
that talk about that kind of stuff. All of a sudden, here come Dunkaroos. So what if Mr. Potato Head was canceled for other reasons?
Oh, because
Right.
Okay.
Let's just say Mr. Potato Head was canceled. We don't know why. Right. We don't care why. Mr. Potato Head was canceled. Would that have had the same effect as Dunkaroos now coming back?
No, because I think you have to look at the reason why, right? Like if Mr. Potato Head was like, listen, nobody's buying the toy. It just has really no market anymore. We're just taking it away because kids aren't playing with it. People say, okay, I get it. It's a 7-year-old toy. A lot of technology is big today. Whatever. Like, it's Mr. Potato Head. Like, big deal. I think the reason you have a lot of issues today is for the idea around it. which is like, oh, we have to be more inclusive. And people are like, well, that's weird. I mean, it's a potato, it's a spud. We have Mr. and Mrs.
It's got some holes in it.
Yeah, I mean, you could put in whatever you want. Like,
you can make your own custom.
Yeah, you could do your own thing. So again, it just seems like it's. Well, I mean, it is. It doesn't seem like it. It's complete overreach and just stupidity to constantly push this stuff because it doesn't make sense. Like Dunkaroos went away because maybe the market went away, and then they come back. So and then it's more of a nostalgic thing. Now, if they took Dunkaroos away because it was offending kangaroos. Or they were like, "Oh, this is just bad. We can't make it normal to be like eating snack. It'd be like taking away the chicken nuggets that are shaped like dinosaurs."
They better not ever do that.
Yeah, right. Like they're amazing.
We're gonna have a problem.
Now, again, little kids, adults,
that I may fight over.
Love chicken nuggets.
Who doesn't love chicken nuggets?
But the favorite ones are the ones with the dinosaurs. Now, again,
yes.
Nobody, literally nobody, no kid, no adult is like, oh, I think it's very disrespectful that you're eating a Tyrannosaurus Rex and dipping it in ketchup and you think that's normal. Like, nobody says that shit. So...
You just did.
Yeah, right. I mean, but again, it just seems, and at this point, everything is so outrageous that doesn't even seem like, like if I would have said that to you like 10 years ago, you would have thought I was nuts. But saying today they may cancel like dinosaur chicken nuggets doesn't really seem that far-fetched. Like I could see some angle that they could say, obviously there are, I hate to break it to you, but there are no more dinosaurs. So,
really?
So, like who?
There's not?
But it is cool to think.
What do you mean? It
is cool to think of some like creative way to try to, let's just think of a couple things that they could turn and cancel, stuff that is just, we think is normal. It doesn't really bother anybody, but you know what I mean? Like what could they do? Like, the chicken nugget one was a good one, or, Dunkaroos is a good one.
Mac and cheese and hot dog.
Now, why the hell would they cancel that?
People don't like their foods touching.
Yeah, that seems a little outrageous. That even seems outrageous for cancel culture.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there are some people that cannot have their food touch. It's like the end of the world. Well,
yeah,
those are two separate foods that you're now mixing together.
Well, I also see this issue with, like if you ever own Grubhub, right? If you're Grubhub or DoorDash, if you're looking for food, I don't think it's good to have, this is a black-owned business. This is an Asian-owned business. Like
that was one thing when that started. Yeah, when that started, I won't forget it because I was doing one of my marketing accounts going through, because every so often you get a notification, hey, somebody made a suggestion for your business, and you have so long to approve it or deny it.
Right.
And you can go in and make changes. You have to do it every so often. So with COVID, you had to put, it was suggested to put a COVID update, what your hours are, what your protocol is going to be, such as there's social distancing. We are allowing indoor. We're not allowing. We're doing takeout,
Right.
That type of stuff. And one of the things that came up was, like you said, it's black-owned, Asian-owned, Greek-owned, and I'm like, who cares?
Well, yeah, right. Here's the thing.
Do you like my food? Yeah?
People are looking for, we're in the mood for barbecue. We're in the mood for soul food. We're in the mood for Italian. We're in the mood for Chinese.
Guess what? If you go to a pizza place, guess what? Hate to break it to you, it's not always grandma in the kitchen, okay?
Yeah.
You wish. You want grandma's cooking? Go see grandma.
Yeah. So again, stop with the damn cancel culture. We love Mr. Potato Head. We love Dr. Seuss. We love black-owned businesses. We love white-owned businesses. We love Italians. We love the Irish. We love beer. We love people. We love gays. We love...
God bless America.
God bless it, baby. All right, JJ, you want to give these great, awesome people the socials?
Oh, yeah. It's at Anything Goes PJ, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that great stuff, and our website, anythinggoespj.com.
And we'll make sure we'll get you another awesome episode. As always, next week, I'm Phil Rossi. That's JJ Golick. Peace.
Oh, yeah. And you too, baby.
This is Anything Goes with Phil Rossi and JJ Golick.